Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today I'm heading up to the barn to do some upgrades on the chicken tractor. Hey goats, ducks, how y'all doing? Hey survivors, y'all hanging out together? Yeah, you're all sticking together, being good. Hey chickens. We got you all closed up in here, huh? So the survivors have been doing great integrating with the main flock. I haven't had any problems with them at all. I have them closed off in here right now because I did open up the pasture for the ducks. And I can put the chickens with the ducks, it's not a problem. But whenever the ducks get access to the barn, they come right in. So I'm trying to keep them out there in the pasture and they can still have access to their house and their water area, but I don't want them coming into the barn and making a mess with all the chicken water. So I've been alternating the pasture for the chickens and the ducks. The chickens get it all day while I'm at work, and then whenever I come home, I switch it for the ducks for the evening. And the goats are still stuck in their little pen right now, huh goats? Yeah, you got everything you need though, little goats. But I need to come up here today and get some materials so I can upgrade the chicken tractor. So I'm coming up here in the top of the barn to grab a couple scrap pieces of wood. I brought my tool bag up with some things that I need, but I need a couple chunks of wood to make some changes to the chicken tractor. They've been out there for about a week now, and I've just seen some things where I would like to make a little bit more secure so predator doesn't get in there. They've been getting a little bit bigger, and it would be devastating to have something get in there at night or during the day, but I want to make it a little bit more secure. This will work, and this, and maybe these. What are you smelling, Papa Mouse? What's in there? Come on. Now you're all being quiet. Hey chickens, how you doing? Yeah, you're all getting pretty big. You're looking good though. I like the coloring of these chickens. So this is day 10 that I've been moving the chicken tractor out here with the broilers inside. This is where they were yesterday, and it is pretty damaged here. They're putting a lot of wear on the ground, which really is a good thing. This area hasn't been utilized in a long time, so them tearing it up and fertilizing it heavily isn't a problem out here. So you can see how it progresses backwards. This is 3 days ago, so it's not as bad, but they were also smaller at that point. And then 4 days ago, 5 days ago, you can see how much it's actually recovering, and they didn't do as much damage to this area being smaller, but it is recovering really nice, and we'll see if it actually changes the color in the grass whenever it fully comes back. Kind of separated apart out here in the field to call the pasture, where I'm putting the chicken tractor and running it back and forth. It is growing in really nicely, so they have a lot of nice grass out here. I'm not mowing it as low as I'm mowing the rest of the field, but I will come through here with the mower deck all the way up and just keep it kind of pruned back so it doesn't get too tall, kind of like that area over there, that the chickens won't be able to navigate through. So the chicken tractor has been doing really well. I do want to make a few changes now that I've been using it. I want the door to be a little bit more secure. All I have is this little pin latch here, and I'm feeling like a predator could probably rip that bottom open. So I want to get a door stop on the bottom, a door stop on the top, and then probably even put a simple latch, just make a little latch for it as well to go along with this one to make it double secure. There's also some places here on the hardware cloth that I want to tighten up. Something could definitely squeeze their way underneath there, so I brought some screws up with washers, and I'm going to tighten all this area up as well. Hello chicken. So I did make this chicken tractor myself, and it is not a light chicken tractor. It's made out of some scrap materials, and all of it together is a pretty heavy structure. So I am able to come in here and lift right here and get the wheels on and off, but it is a lot of weight to be lifting up and down, and I don't want to be doing that every day if I don't have to. So I was trying to think of a way to make the chicken tractor easier to lift up and down and get the wheels on and off easier, and I was picturing something at my brother's house that was kind of like a dolly that I could push underneath the edge and just lever up to make it easier to get the wheels on and off. I went up to my brother's, looked around, and sure enough, it was still there, and I picked it up and brought it back. This right here is an old machine mover. You can actually move really heavy machinery with it. It has a welded steel plate on the bottom there with some steel wheels on a caster, and it's actually a really strong piece of equipment here. And it has a really long 6-foot wooden lever, and I'm able to push this right underneath, wedge it underneath the chicken tractor, and I'm able to easily lift up and down the chicken tractor, and I'm able to put on the wheels on both sides a lot easier now. So I just brought this home yesterday and tried it out, and I think it's going to work out a lot better. So I want to be able to keep this out here. I want to get a coat of stain and sealer on that wooden handle so I can keep it out here and it doesn't rot as quickly. It has been inside for decades, so I want to get a nice coat of sealer on there before it gets all wet. But I'm thinking if I drill a hole through the top of this handle and then put a lag up here in the 2x4, I'll be able to hang this up here, you know, keep it up off the ground, and that thing shouldn't be rusting on the ground, and I should be able to keep it out here relatively out of the weather. Underneath that roof there, it'll be on the back side, so it won't get as much sun whenever the chicken tractor's facing this way, and I think that'll just work out and help me a lot trying to move this thing every day. And you can see how much damage they're doing already. I might have to end up moving this twice a day. These chickens get a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they already got their lunch, so they're probably going to be pecking at my feet whenever I go in there to work on this door. So we got this hung up on the back. It's going to help keep it up off the ground so it doesn't rust as easy. All I did was put a lag bolt up in here and then drill a hole bigger than it so I could just drop it right over. Also got the wire all tightened up here. Got some zip ties up here to attach it at the top, and then I have a bunch of screws at the bottom with the washers on it there holding it in tight. I even did it around this side and a lot of them on the door there because I saw it was loose there as well. So I'm a lot happier with this, and I'm not as stressed out with them sleeping out here at night because now it's all tightened up and I feel like it's pretty much predator proof out here. I put another simple latch on the door here, which is just a loose screw swivel latch, and this works because I put the blocks on the back. Now I can put it this way and you can't push it in and you can't pull it out, and then I can just open it up here and you can see all I did was put a little block in there to keep it from going in. So I did that at the top as well just to make it even more secure. It's not anything special, all it is a little stop. There is one more thing I want to do in here. Whoa, buddy, don't eat any chickens. Don't eat any chickens, pup. And that is with the feeder. You can see how it's bowing already. I didn't use a strong PVC pipe, all I used was a drainage pipe. But I think if I put another sliver of log in it like I have on the ends right there in the center, and then put a chain going to the side wall, and hopefully that'll keep them from just pushing it and bowing it down onto the ground, because once I fill that up, all of them gain on one side and they really just pull it on down and they're twisting it. So I think if I want that thing to last in there and not have to switch it out as much, I'll put another center brace in there. I just have to go down, get a saw so I can cut a log sliver, and then grab another eye hook here and another piece of chain. Come on, pup. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. I like that. If I can make something instead of buy it, I really enjoy doing that. I was looking at the latches at Tractor Supply and they were about $10 to $12 each. And I was looking at all the gates that I need to have latches for, and it wasn't really adding up for me. So I decided to look into some Pioneer or old style latches that I could just make out of wood and just pieces of scrap materials that I have around the house. I've been making some different ones for the gates up at the goat hut as well as down here at the barn. The goats broke their little latch that I had on their gate down here, so I had to make something for them. And I really enjoy making simple devices to solve my problem. So in a video coming up, I'll go through and show all the different simple latches that I'm making, and maybe you'll get a nice idea for one that you can use. I went down to the house already and I forgot the chainsaw, so this is up here, I'm going to use it. That'll do. Coming in, chickens. Coming in. Echo Blake. Find about center here, chickens. You all are a lot bigger than squat. Yeah, they're a lot bigger than squat. Probably twice the size. Like. So I got that chain on there, and I think that should help keep them from destroying the feeder as quick. There's one more thing I want to do to help keep me from breaking my back, as I have to move this. Whenever I move it, I use this rope here. I bring it down and then I hook it on this little jut out of wood. I have to lift up and put it down around that. So instead of having to do that, I'm going to put a hook in this wood, so I'll just be able to hook the rope. All right, I think that's all I wanted to upgrade today. But all these little things are going to make my life a lot easier, as well as keep these chickens a lot safer. So there's a lot of things I'm trying to get done right now, but these chickens were worrying me in this chicken tractor. With them getting bigger and the little imperfections I was seeing on the tractor, I wanted to tighten this thing up so I didn't have the stress of maybe losing them to a predator. But I feel a lot better with them in here now. It's more like a chicken tank than a chicken tractor at this point. I just got a load of compost dumped off today, so I'm heading down to do a gardening video on filling up all the raised beds and maybe even getting some things planted. We'll see if I have enough time tonight. So if you want to see some more videos on the homestead, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.